Hey, welcome back to No Man's Sky and the fourth video on different types of buildings you can find with the planetary charts. So today we are on distress signals. I've already used a few of the maps and we have found ourselves a crashed freighter, an observatory, which if you remember you could also find on the inhabited outpost map, and an abandoned building. Okay, so the crashed freighter seems pretty close, so we're going to do that one first. We can also find crashed ships and distress beacons, but I haven't marked any of them on the map yet. We've got to clear off some icons off the map first. Okay, so this is a crashed freighter. At a crashed freighter you will have a little terminal to interact with that should tell you a little bit about what happened. And it will typically add the mission, or it will give you something. Now it's added the mission on this occasion. Now there will always be, whether the mission comes up or not, there will always be 6 cargo pods buried for you to dig up. Sometimes there's doors or walls to shoot off. Sometimes it's just about getting rid of the terrain. This looks like a damaged panel. And this is what we're looking for, is the front of the cargo pod. Okay, I just need to clear some room in my inventory. Okay, you just interact with it and repair a single broken component. In this case it needed cobalt. And it will give you an item, a randomly generated item of all of the items in the game. So sometimes you get something rubbish, sometimes you get something great. There are always 6, some of these aren't buried. The mission should disappear from your log, I think, after you've done 1. No? How many does it want? Finding the way underneath is going to be challenging, I think. Seems to only want cobalt today for some reason. Oh, I have to interact again because it didn't give me the item. Oh, because my inventory's full, that's why. Stable gel, lovely. Yeah, worth noting is that you need to get away from them pretty quickly because radiation. Okay, as soon as you take the item out, you start becoming radioactive. So make sure you've got an escape route planned, which I have messed up here. I've forgotten how I got into this mess. Is the mission still in the log? It is indeed. I think it's going to make me do all 6, isn't it? Alright, so I've got quite a lot of units out of that. Moved away too quickly. Oh, there's a grave in the distance. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so that's all 6 done, so it's got the mission off my log now. Alright, so that was the crashed freighter. So delete those items, don't need them. Alright, as this is nearby, right, the travellers that you can find on space stations and on trade stations, if you talk to them and give them 100 credits, 100 nanites even, they will tell you where their grave is, but sometimes you can just find the graves. Completely random in the wild. And you extract a glyph from it. Now I've already got all 16 glyphs, so it's not going to give me anything, but it would give you one of these glyphs, right, which are useful for the portals, which I showed you in one of the last few videos. Okay. What else have we got now? Yeah, we've done the crashed freighter. Abandoned building, that's where we want to go next. Don't want to bother with the observatory because we already did an observatory in one of the other videos. Just so happens that 2 different map types lead to observatories. Okay, so we are now at an abandoned building. Okay, now there's a few different things to note about abandoned buildings. Alright, first of all, on the inside, you have all this goop and rubbish. Alright, and somewhere on the inside you'll have a little terminal to interact with, a Forsaken terminal. Take the take all this off. I'm deleting it, but just take all that off and refine it and you'll get nanites out of it eventually. I'll give you a little bit of lore. It's always worth reading, but I've read them all 1,000 times. Okay, and it will do something random like give you nanites or an upgrade module or something or other. There's always lots of containers in here. It'll give you lots of random stuff. Sometimes there's a plant somewhere on the ceiling that will attack you. You can just shoot it. Random stuff on the walls. Let's learn some words, except I already know all the words. Some units. and some more boxes full of junk. Okay, so that's the inside of an abandoned building. Okay, but the really interesting stuff is on the outside. Alright, whispering eggs. Now, I've got another video all about whispering eggs and the chaos that's about to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a little hole underneath. And you'll see why in just a moment. You don't want to make the holes too big, just big enough for you to stand in. But this one's probably way too big. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to shoot the whispering eggs, right, and it will drop these nice little items. Pick it up, larval cores. Right, the problem is it also spawns these nasty little monstrosities, who will do a ton of damage to you should they hit you. Now you've got to pick up these cores pretty quickly, because they will disappear very quickly. As those monstrosities are attacking you, sometimes they will basically smack you into the distance. Another method is to build a base computer and put some walls around the eggs, and that works quite nicely. Anyway, the reason to have these larval cores, which I've just collected 6 of, alright, is, okay fine, they sell for a decent amount, but not a great amount. Alright, what we want them for is to put them in our personal refiner, where they make 50 nanite clusters each. Alright, so quite handy for that. And that is an abandoned building. Eventually the swarm will subside, which I think it might have already. Oh no, there they are. That's a great opportunity to use the incinerator. Oh, the incinerator is good against these things. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. I was doing a video. It's worth noting that they'll never attack you when you're in an exocraft or a ship. Same with basically everything from a planet anyway. The Sentinels won't attack you when you're in an exocraft either. I've already done abandoned buildings, don't give me abandoned buildings please. I did nothing. Alright, I'm hoping that's a crashed ship. Don't know why it was pointing in the other direction when it's clearly over there. That's the distress beacon, of course it is. This is the other type that I was going to show you. Okay, so sometimes the ship is gone, but the beacon is still here. Alright, so it gave me an upgrade module, which is lovely. Typically there will be a crashed ship here, but not always. So let's see if we can actually find a crashed ship. Let's go into space, because I think that this planet may have gotten a bit crowded. This whole system's got a bit crowded. Let's go somewhere else. So we still need to find a proper crashed ship, and then I think we're done for this video. It's worth noting there's two different types of crashed ship now. Sometimes the crashed ship comes with an NPC that owns the ship and just wants you to fix it up for them, and then they fly off. Sometimes they'll give you a reward of some type, but really the crashed ships that you want are the ones that you can claim for yourself. No NPC there. There's another distress beacon. Building. Observatory. Absolutely nothing. Distress beacon again. To crash that again. Alright, let's check out the distress beacons. Once again, no ship there. No thanks. Right, so it gives you various different options depending on the crash site. We usually find some damaged machinery there as well. Give me anything? Oh no, it's okay. This time we have a ship with it. Okay, does it have an NPC walking around? Yes, so this guy just wants me to fix his ship up, unfortunately. Alright, so I fixed it up. Talk to the NPC again. They gave me 3 unstable plasma and left. Well, thanks. Really? You've seriously just marked the same one? Oh no, you haven't. Yeah, you have. I can't believe you just did that. God's sake. Sorry, did that just self-plan? Ugh. Find every now and again you'll find a planet that has an abundance of crashed ships, but sometimes it will take you a while to find one. Oh look, a hollow tower, which I failed to show you in the last video. I'll add that on in a second. Really doesn't want to give me a proper crash ship, so it does it. This is actually getting ridiculous. Where'd that hollow tower go? Oh look, a trade terminal. Trade station. I've actually lost the hollow comms tower. Ridiculously difficult to loot. Ah, there they are. So yeah, holocomms tower for use during the story, but you can find them naturally just by flying around, or you can find them with the other type of map that we did a video on already, the inhabited outpost map. And they're only really used for the storyline. So yeah, I won't really let you do anything, but typically you would be here during the storyline and would talk to holograms of various other travellers. And that's Hollow Tower. It's really not going to find the crashed ship, but you get the point with the distress signals. It's basically the same thing, except you can claim the ship that's there. So that does us for distress signals. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.